There we go. So I wonder if it matters. Well, I'm sure it does, but I wonder. I'm curious to find out what direction, what it has to do with the direction the windmill is spinning, because I'm assuming that's what this puzzle does. One way makes it go clockwise, and the other makes it go counterclockwise. All right, let's go see if that was worth it. How's it been so far? It's been good, dude. I've only had a few that have really given me a hard time. No banging my head against the wall moments yet. I know they're coming, but not yet. But yeah, it's a very satisfying game so far. All right, let's try this. Yes, this is it. All right. So we go here, here, here.
Well, that's no better a solution than any of the others, is it? So, in the end,
Thank you for the bit,
have we
Yossi.
learned anything from this look at why the world turned out the way it did that's of any use to us in our future? Something, I think. That the key to why things change is the key to everything. How easy is it for knowledge to spread? And that in the past, the people who made change happen were the people who had that knowledge, whether they were craftsmen or kings. Today, the people who make things change, the people who have that knowledge, are the scientists and the technologists who are the true driving force of humanity. And before you say, what about the Beethovens and the Michelangelos? Let me suggest something with which you may disagree violently. That at best, the products of human emotion, art, philosophy, politics, music, literature, are interpretations of the world that tell you more about the guy who's talking than about the world he's talking about. Second-hand views of the world, made third-hand by your interpretation of them. Things like that, as opposed to this. Know what it is? It's a bunch of amino acids. The stuff that goes to build up a worm, or a geranium, or you. This stuff's easier to take, isn't it? Understandable. Got people in it. This, scientific knowledge, is hard to take because it removes the reassuring crutches of opinion, ideology, and leaves only what is demonstrably true about the world. And the reason why so many people may be thinking about throwing away those crutches is because, thanks to science and technology, they have begun to know that they don't know so much, and that if they are to have more say in what happens to their lives, more freedom to develop their abilities to the full, they have to be helped towards that knowledge that they know exists and that they don't possess. And by help towards that knowledge, I don't mean give everybody a computer and say, help yourself. Where would you even start? No, I mean trying to find ways to translate the knowledge, to teach us to ask the right questions. See, we're on the edge of a revolution in communications technology that is going to make that more possible than ever before. Or, if that's not done, to cause an explosion of knowledge that will leave those of us who don't have access to it as powerless as if we were deaf, dumb, and blind. And I don't think most people want that. So what do we do about it? I don't know. But maybe a good start would be to recognize within yourself the ability to understand anything, because that ability is there, as long as it's explained clearly enough. And then go and ask for explanations. And if you're thinking right now, what do I ask for? Ask yourself if there's anything in your life that you want changed. That's where to start.
Jeez. Yo, the people who made this game are so smart. I was not really expecting the game to have full motion videos. It was kind of a whoa moment for me. I'm with you there. I mean, anytime a game has like live action videos in it in general, it's kind of surprising to me. Oh god, I don't know what these symbols are. But what do we have to do? That was especially kind of whoa. Alright, I have no idea what we're supposed to do for these. I think we're gonna have to come back. With when we get more knowledge. The thing is, eventually we're gonna get to a point where we have too many places to go back to. We're definitely gonna forget. I think the point of that video was that we need to make science more entertaining or somehow more easily digestible. Well, it's kind of, I think you could be onto the right track, because I was thinking, we were watching and I read your chat, you said art versus science. I was like, it's a very interesting debate to put in an artistic project, because I would think, you know, that's kind of what we would call a video game. For the most part, unless, you know, like EA is developing it. But for most things, like, you know, video game is artistic. So that's really interesting argument to put in. And maybe they're saying, you know, we could teach you about science in this cool puzzle game. Maybe it's a little wink wink, like we're doing that right now. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. You don't like that for some reason. Well, how else would I put you together? Yossi would say it could also be about pushing your mind to view the art in science, as the amino acid picture he shows you would appear to be art afforestation or some sort. It could be, yeah. Well, I mean, an art as science, you know, or science as art is definitely a thing. You know, that's what MC Escher was famous off of, tessellations. That's math. And it's just, they found a way to make math aesthetically pleasing. I think there's a lot to dive into there. Let me ring the bell. I can't ring the bell? Hack game. Wait, there's nothing up here? You gave me stairs? And nothing to show for it. Alright. Let's check this out. Oh yes, a tutorial. Whoops. Or not a tutorial. 1, 2, 3. We can't make that shape. Maybe we can. Interesting. Interesting. We are like just walking around like, okay, where is a puzzle that we can do? You think a lot of games already teach science versus through video games? You played the beta for Dreams for PS4 and You have to have a good grasp of logic and engineering for that? Wow. I haven't seen much about dreams at all, really. Nothing here we can do yet. Well, isn't this frustrating? Got this whole town. Can't do nerfing in it right now. There's a game called Acid that pushes the mind. Shocker. Where are the stairs? Dreams is more of a video game creator than a game. Yeah, that's kind of the what I got from the bit I've seen. Like when they've been announcing it over the past couple of years. Yo, Dova, what is up? Good morning. What is this? Hey, a puzzle that we can do, maybe? I have an idea. Can we get up top there? Let me up. Because this is definitely the thing right here. Okay. So if we start... So is this the starting point? Okay, and then the top is over there. So if we go this way, I don't think that's gonna work. Whoops. Dova, you're blind as usual in the morning? That's funny. Or maybe this is the start. Either way, if that's the end, I need to figure out where the start and the end is. Because I basically just went this way. Alright. Next place. Oh god. We have no idea how to do any of these. I don't think it's possible. To separate all of them. Alright. Game, teach us how to do something. Alright, let's see if we come. Whoa. Okay, this is the path from the beginning area, correct? What is to be accomplished with this box of colorful squares? It's a great question, Dova. One that I have no flippin' clue what the answer is. This is a puzzle game. So literally the whole game is just puzzles. And it's... Aww. Can I take the puppy dog, or is that just like a little Easter egg? Guess it's just a little Easter egg for us. So yeah, we're kind of at a point right now where there aren't really any puzzles right now that I can find, or that I have found, that I know what to do with them. So we're at a very interesting part. Maybe I had to isolate the white squares? Possibly. The thing is, there was already a version of that game that we played. And we had to isolate the white squares, so I guess that's more of a reason that it could have been. You'd say the town requires knowledge from all other parts of the island? Interesting. Okay, I was assuming basically the opposite. Like we were getting to hard parts by skimming the outskirts. Okay. So like for this, I just have no idea. All right, let's forget the town for now then. What are you? This is the okay, once we solve this, we gotta take a picture because this is the mirror puzzle. Well, why does this look like a puzzle? I don't like you, buddy. Maybe puzzles aren't your forte. I mean, you're not wrong. No, I just think we're, I'm literally at a point where I need to, because all the puzzles kind of build off of each other. So I'm sure my mental acuity is playing a part in the struggle right now. But, yeah, I think I just need to find a good area where we can learn some stuff. This game is definitely not linear. There are hard areas right next to easy ones. Cool. And it's all about perspective. Interesting. Yo, this stuff is weird. Can I grab that for you? This town, so like, did anybody who was in this town just get like petrified? Whoa. That's cool. Thanks for pointing that out. The shadow, when you look at the shadow, it's holding it. That's so cool. Do I see... Thought I might have spotted a recorder up there. Maybe not. Perspective. I like it. I feel like we... Oh, here we go. I was like, there's got to be something up here.
O Lord God, helper of those who seek you, I see you in the garden of paradise, and I do not know what I see, because I see nothing visible. I know this alone, that I know that I do not know what I see, and that I can never know. I do not know how to name you, because I do not know what you are. Should anyone tell me that you are named by this or that name, by the fact that one gives a name, I know that it is not your name. For the wall beyond which I see you is the limit of every mode of signification by names.
It's like a resort
Should
island?
anyone express any concept by which you could be conceived, I know that this concept is not a concept of you, for every concept finds its boundary at the wall of paradise. Should anyone express any likeness and say that you ought to be conceived according to it, I know in the same way that this is not a likeness of you. So too, if anyone, wishing to furnish the means by which you might be understood, should set forth an understanding of you, one is still
It's the
far
puzzle
removed
paradise.
from you. For the highest wall separates you from all these, and secludes you from everything that can be said or thought, because you are absolute from all the things that can fall within any concept. Nicholas of Cusa, 1453.
I'll be honest, like I have no idea what these people are talking about half the time. They're so smart. What's this? Nothing. Hmm. I feel like we may have seen that symbol already. You can see why a lot of people consider this game pretentious.